Good afternoon. Welcome to Africa Today. I am Wisdom Onizi. First, the headline. Senators, reps donate 174 million naira to Borno flood victims. Ghana's NDC's petition to ISIL after demo over voters register. Zimbabwe announces plan to cull dozens of elephants due to food shortages from drought. And on sport, on Champions League, Endrick makes history as Real Madrid beat Stuttgart 3-1. Now the news in details. The National Assembly has donated 174 million naira to victims of the recent flood in Maiduguri, Borno State. The donation includes 74 million naira from the Senate and 100 million naira from the House of Representatives. On Tuesday, the Deputy Senate President Barul Jubrin led a Senate delegation to Maiduguri on behalf of Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Jubrin announced that each of the 108 senators would contribute 500,000 naira, totaling 54 million naira. He personally contributed 10 million naira. Additionally, the Northern Senators Forum donated another 10 million naira, bringing the total Senate contribution to 74 million naira. Let's also have you know that the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency has urged states along the Benue River to increase their vigilance. The call is coming following the ongoing plan by management of Lagdo Dam in Cameroon to open the dam for water to gush out. In a statement made by the NIHSA, signed by the Director General and Chief Executive Officer Omar Ibrahim Mohammed, he said the states likely to be affected by the flow of water from the dam are Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, Edo, Delta, Anambra, Bayelsa, Cross River, and Rivers. The agency also called on the government at all levels to implement adequate preparedness measures to mitigate potential flooding that may result from rising rivers level during the period. Away from that, some schools in Abuja State have resumed for the 2024-2025 academic section in Abuja, thereby disobeying the state government's directive that they should reopen on Monday, 23rd September. For this disobedience, the state government has said that its hammers of sanctions may fall on the schools and their principals. The Commissioner for Information, OK Kanu, stated this while briefing newsmen in the outcome of the week's State Executive Council meeting presided over by Governor Alex Oti. He regretted that the actions of the schools ran counter to the strong regulatory measures being put in place by the state government in the education sector, maintaining that the Ministry of Education would carry out some investigation to find out those schools that flouted the directives. Now, when we return, news from other parts of West Africa. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now news from other parts of West Africa. On Tuesday, September 17th, the largest opposition party in Ghana, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, had a nationwide protest against Electoral Commission to demand that the electoral body audit the provisional voters register for the December 2024 election. The party insists that the register has a lot of irregularities and cannot guarantee a free and fair election, although the Commission disagrees with this petition. In a bid to pile pressure on the Commission to take action, the party hit the street in all 16 regions on Tuesday, demanding the Electoral Commission heed its call to an independent forensic audit. The NDC stated in its petition, the irregularities in the provisional voters register are not minor oversight or clerical errors. They indicate a deliberate manipulation of the voters' database. I beg your pardon. adding that the irregularities pose a significant and immediate threat to the credibility of the 2024 general election. Also, have you know that Mali's capital sustained early Tuesday, September 17th, a terrorist attack carried out by Al Qaeda affiliate group. Citing a security official, LP reported that both the Faladai Gamels School and the military base near the Modibo Kaital Sernol airport were targeted. Later in the day, the situation was under control and the Army Chief of Staff visited the camp where he urged to fight division and amalgams. General Omar Daral also called on the residents to provide information to the authorities. Speaking on condition of anonymity to AP, an official confirmed material damage was also recorded but did not provide specifics. At least 15 suspects who were arrested, the source revealed. Now we move to other parts of Africa after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. News from other parts of Africa. There is less than a week left for Gabon's parliamentaries to submit their proposed amendment to the country's future constitution ahead of a 22 September deadline. A draft version of the document was handed over to Transitional President General Brice Oligui Nguema earlier this month. The handing over came a year after the military ousted President Ali Bongo, whose family had ruled the country for over 50 years. The main amendments proposed by civil society group last week include a reduction in the presidential term from 7 to 5 years. They also want the realization of what they say are discriminatory rules on who is eligible to stand for president. Other concerns include a provision in the draft giving the head of state and power to dissolve the National Assembly. They also want the position of vice president to be abolished and for greater clarity on criteria required for removing a president from office. Away from that, Zimbabwe's Wildlife Authority has announced it will call around 200 elephants to feed residents who are going hungry in the wake of severe drought that has sparked food shortages. Triggered by the El Nino phenomenon, the drought has destroyed crops across southern Africa. In Zimbabwe, the World Food Program says 7.6 million residents will face food insecurity from January to April next year. The calling plans have been criticized by some conservationists who will argue that there are better ways to provide food for those in need. The move has also been denounced by some who highlight that elephants are a major pull for tourists. Up next is business. Stay with us. Welcome back now to business news. The federal government, through the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has shut down an illegal factory producing counterfeit cosmetic products at the Trade Fair complex in Lagos State. Revealing this in a post on X handled on Tuesday, NAFDAC said the factory was shut down after its personnel stormed the location and discovered various unregistered chemicals and packaging materials along with expired products that were being revalidated for sale. It was gathered that during the operation, over 1,200 cartons of fake cosmetic products were seized by NAFDAC. The items including mini mixing containers, unlabeled chemicals, batch coding materials, and thinners, were confiscated and moved to NAFDAC office for further investigation. The agency estimates the street value of the confiscated items to be around 50 million naira. As reactions continue to trail, the Dangote refinery and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited fuel price deal, the House of Representatives Minority Caucus has described the 980 naira per litre of pump price as outrageous and exploitative. Chairman of the Caucus, Kingsley Chinda, said the development was a burden added to the already struggling Nigerians. In a statement that he signed and obtained by newsmen on Tuesday in Abuja, the lawmaker expressed his outrage over the pump price that varies from 950 naira to 980 naira and above 1,000 naira per litre, depending on the part of the country. The lawmaker emphasized that locally refined fuel should be priced significantly lower than imported fuel, as it avoids costs such as landing charges and import duties, insisting that the pricing model was wrong for all intent and purposes. Still to come is sport. Stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Hillstv, Poker.
Welcome back. Now to sport news. Plateau United technical advisor Mbwas Magut has reiterated his team's desire to secure a continental ticket in the 2024-2025 season. The Peace Boys missed out on a place on the continent last season. Plateau United finished 5th in the 2023-2024 season. Magnus stated that his team will work in achieving the target. Still on sport news, Real Madrid youngster Edric on Tuesday made history following his side's UEFA Champions League 3-1 win over Stuttgart. 3 goals from Kylian Mbappe, Rodrigo, and Edric ensured Real Madrid defeat the German Bundesliga side at Santiago Bernabeu. However, Edric's late goal against Stuttgart means the Brazilian has now become the youngest player ever to score a Champions League goal for Real Madrid in their history. The 18-year-old exceeded previous Real Madrid star Raul Gonzalez, who 18 years and 113 days old when he scored a triple trick in the Los Blancos 6-1 victory over Ferencvárosi back in 1995. The goal against the visitors was also Endrick's Champions League debut goal. Endrick now has 2 goals in 23 minutes so far as a Real Madrid player. And that's sport news on Africa Today. We move to the rest of the news after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. Statistics obtained from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention have shown that more males are getting infected with mpox in Nigeria, According to figures posted on the NCDC website, 67% of mpox cases recorded since January 2024 has been in males. The agency said men are predominantly affected, accounting for approximately 70% of 6,001 suspected and confirmed mpox cases recorded in Nigeria since September 2017, when the first case was confirmed. The figure released revealed that a total of 1,031 suspected cases has been reported across 47 local government areas in 23 states and the Federal Capital Territory, with 67 confirmed cases in 2024. And that's Africa Today. But before we go, here are the headlines again. We told you that senators, reps donate 174 million naira to Borno flood victims. We also informed you that Ghana's NDC's petition to ESIL after demo over voters register. We also brought to you that Zimbabwe announces plan to cull dozens of elephants due to food shortages from drought. And on sport, we told you that Endrick makes history as Real Madrid beat Stuttgart 3-1. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hillstv Abuja, Instagram at Hillstv Abuja, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hillstv. I am Wisdom Onyisi. Thanks for watching.